Hi everyone, if you're new here, my name is Glenn. I started going to the gym after turning 19 and I've been going to the gym ever since for 3 years consistently. I don't know what side of social media you're on, but if you're on my side of social media, you would have seen this trend called the Great Lock-In, which is basically a period where people lock in and try to do better in every aspects of their lives, financially, physically, mentally, and just overall better in general. And in this video, I'm gonna talk about how I'm gonna get in the best shape of my life by the end of this year. Obviously, I've been working out consistently the whole year. I don't see the great lock-in as any new trend for me because I've been locked in the whole year. But for those of you who have not, stick and watch the video and pick out some tips to get better and to be more consistent and to get in the best shape of your life. Stick around and find out. Let's get into the video, man. As I mentioned before, I started going to the gym right about after I turned 19 due to a couple of reasons. I wasn't big into like the gym and all like that. I've always been the type of person to just focus on like very minimal types of workouts when I was growing up. I always try to do ab workouts at home, try to do push-ups. Never a big fan of push-ups when I was growing up, but I've always been a fan of ab workouts just because that was what the ladies liked, and I always wanted to have abs so I can brag about it to my friends and just show everyone I had abs. So when I first started gym at 19, when I heard this one quote from the top G, he said, if you were a bad bitch, would you date yourself? And I looked at myself after I just moved here to the United States and stayed over a year. I was like, I'm not in a good shape right now. I wasn't fat and all like that. I was just like skinny fat, to be fair. If I think about how my physique was, I was either skinny or skinny fat. From what I think, from back then, I think I was skinny fat and I didn't like myself. Didn't have no confidence. My haircut wasn't good at all. Everything was just, I was transitioning. I just came here from Cameroon to the United States. So I was in a transition phase, right? And I thought to myself, I told myself, like, can I get the girl I want to get right now? And probably the answer was no, because I couldn't get her. Because of the way I look, the girl I wanted, she was probably doing way better than me. And she had stuff going on for herself. So I had to get something at least going, even it was just physical. So I started going to the gym from then. So about a year of me just going to the gym, not like the first year I started going to the gym, about 9 months of me going to the gym. Basically, all my focus was on abs and cardio, and that's fun to say. But like, I didn't know no better. I thought my physique was good for some reason. I thought my skinny arms were good. I thought my bony chest was good. When I was in high school, I never trained chest before, but for some reason, I just had a better developed chest than most people. In the real world, that is different because you're competing against other bigger, better men. You get what I'm saying? So pretty much, I was just working on abs and cardio. That's the only two things I cared about. That's the only things I really wanted to focus on. I didn't know I needed bigger arms. I didn't know I needed a bigger chest. I didn't know I needed all of these things for the aesthetic. So I never really focused on them because I thought, have a six pack, get the girls. And that's what I thought. And I had to figure all of this out on my own. I remember when I first started the gym, I'll go and I'll be like, I'm training chest and going ahead to do lateral pull downs because I literally didn't know anything about the gym. I was trying to figure my way out, like learning from the internet and stuff like that. But it was hard, it was a slow process. So it took me about a year to just figure things out, how to use the machines, what to know, what type of exercises to work on. But I did it and I did it on my own. I didn't have no brother, I didn't have no father figure in my life to be able to teach me anything about going to the gym. I had to figure it out off the internet, and you can too. So those of you who are making excuses about not knowing how to figure stuff out, not having a gym bro, not having partners to go with you, you can literally do it on your own. You can do it on your own. Stop making excuses, guys. So about a year of me just going to the gym, figuring stuff out, figuring how to use the machines, learning about the different types of splits, watching YouTube videos of other people going to the gym. It just made me figure out and have a little knowledge. I didn't have a lot of knowledge to be fair, but I had a little knowledge about what the gym was about, right? So I decided I was gonna go on a cut. Like I was already cutting, right? I was training just abs and cardio for the most part, but my eating was so bad. So it wasn't even doing nothing for me because like you do the abs, do the cardio, but come home and not have a good diet. So it's like I started learning more about the concepts of abs being made in the kitchen, about how you need to take your diet more seriously and how you gotta be consistent with your diet. Like you can't be eating all this junk food and expect to have abs, right? I wasn't really restricting my diet, not like that. I wasn't counting my calories for the most part. I knew about calories and stuff like that, but I wasn't really counting it. So fast forward to the year, I said I was after the cut when I could see my six packs visibly. I said I was gonna go on a ball to get bigger because I started seeing the guys at the gym that was bigger than me, and I'm like, oh, maybe I actually gotta go on a bulk. After learning from the internet, there's something called the bulk, right? I started going. I said I was gonna go on a bulk, and I said I was gonna after the bulk, I'm gonna cut back to just have a lean bulk physique. That's what I called it, a lean bulk physique. After that year, I started at 147 pounds, and I started trying to bulk. Took me about another year, about 8 months again, 9 months, and I tried to bulk up all the way to 180, which I finally reached 180 about the start of 2025. So I started the gym probably like February of 2023, and then a year after, I was still 147 pounds. Then I got to 180 the start of 2020, the start of 2025. I wouldn't say it was easy for me to gain weight because it was definitely hard for me to gain weight. It's not like an easy process for me because I was so active. I used to play soccer, I used to just be in the gym. I discovered that for me to gain weight, I had to stop cardio. So I stopped doing cardio totally. I would do cardio on a very minimal level only when I played soccer. So that was the only time I did cardio. That's how I gained up to 180 pounds. I got to 180 and I looked at myself in the mirror and I basically hated myself. If you can see from this picture right here, I hated myself. So I decided I was gonna start cutting. And I didn't start cutting just because like I didn't want to do it, but I had a soccer injury on my wrist, so I really couldn't lift weights no more. So I started doing way more cardio, and I stopped lifting weights totally. I wasn't lifting no weights because I had an injury on my wrist, and because of me not lifting weights while cutting, I lost a whole lot of muscle as well. After 4 months or 3 months of me getting to 180, I started to cut, and I went down to about 158 pounds. That was just right before summer. I tried to see if I could cut during the summer, and I did a lot of like cardio, a lot of like just mixing cardio, strength training, and stuff like that. But I figured out since I was around a lot of people, around a lot of food during the summer, the cut wouldn't be a good idea for me. So I shifted my cut to like right now during the semester when school started from August to the end of the year. So basically, what I'm doing now is I'm gonna cut, and that's how I plan to get in the best shape of my life by the end of the year. I don't know if y'all heard this. Lean is law. Why I do fitness is to look good and feel good. I don't do fitness. I don't do fitness to be the biggest guy in the gym. It probably wouldn't happen because there's like people on steroids and stuff, right? But like, I'd rather just be aesthetic, lean, and just slim. I'm not trying to get too big. You get what I'm saying? If I can get my abs to like this right here, this guy right here, if I can get my abs to this guy right here, then I am contented with my physique. You get what I'm saying? That's what I plan to do by the end of the year. I don't know what you guys' goals are in regard to fitness because I feel like everybody has their own aspirations and goals in regard to fitness, but mine isn't to get big. Mine is to just get lean. You get what I'm saying? Not having a crazy ton of muscle, but not having fat on my body as well, right? I just want to be lean without fat and very low body fat percentage. That's my goal right there. Obviously, there's always going to be room for better. There's always going to be room for more. When I first started the gym, or when I first like got into the gym, I really didn't have a split per se. Like I'll just But my split has always been like based around the push-pull legs. So there's been periods where I'll do the push-pull legs without actually training legs. There's been periods where I'll do push-pull legs, but I'm doing chest, back, and shoulders and arms. Just I'm training every muscle twice a week, but I'm not necessarily doing the push-pull legs. Just because I hate to like train very, very useful muscles or very, I say like there's some muscles in the body that need a lot of focus on, right? So I hate to train those type of muscles together, even though I think all muscles are important for like, let's say balance and stuff like that. But like I hate to like train some certain muscles together. Let's say chest and back. Those are very important muscle groups. I noticed that from the way I train, I get tired so fast. You know what I'm saying? So I try to isolate chest and back. I can't train chest and back together because I'll get so tired and I wouldn't lift as heavy as I want to. So basically, I make it in such a way that now I just train chest on one day, back on another, shoulders and biceps on another day, and then sometimes I might incorporate my triceps into my chest day or train triceps separately because it's very important for the arms, right? But like now my split goes like this. It's just chest and then cardio, back, and then cardio, shoulders and biceps, and then cardio, and then leg day, and then I start over again on Monday, which is chest day. And I also train triceps with chest. Well, I train my triceps on one of my cardio days. One of the days I train, I'm meant to do cardio and abs. I just train my triceps those days. That is my new split, guys. Just because I want to get better, but I don't want to stay too long in the gym. I don't mind going to the gym every day, but I don't want to spend a lot of hours in the gym. So basically, my split is in such a way where I go in and I get the work done, focus on one muscle group, and I get out. I don't want to stay too much at the gym, but I don't want to feel like I'm not training as hard as I possibly could because I'm training very complex muscles. You know what I'm saying? So guys, that's it. Y'all let me know your new split for the fourth quarter, which is basically this period to the end of the year. Let me know your new split and let me know what are your goals for the end of the year. I'll catch you on the next video. Y'all like, subscribe, and comment down below. And also next week I'm gonna post a video where I'm gonna be working out at a gym. So y'all can see my physique and like y'all can criticize me if y'all want, but like I just want to show y'all what I do at the gym. You get what I'm saying? So leave a like, comment down below, and I'll catch you on the next one, man. Peace out.